Hello, my sunflowers. How are you? Well, we hope everything with you is copacetic. We hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful month. Also, we'd like for you to continue to support us. You know, we're trying to reach that 2,000. Please help us. We're almost there. And with your help, we can get there like we would like to have it by the first of the year. Yes. That's what we would like to have, right? Yes. Baby Crone, is there anything you'd like to say?
Yes, I would just love to say that as this end of the year is wrapping up, we would just like to wish you guys a happy winter solstice.
Do you want to do it?
Yes,
Let's do it. We wish you a happy winter solstice. We wish you a happy winter solstice. We wish you a happy winter solstice and a whole brand new year. We wish you that. Thank you for supporting us. Mwah. Peace and season's greetings.
Yes.
Sunflowers.
Hello, sunflowers. How are you guys today? It is kind of hard to be happy on this very New Year's Day. Why? Well, first off, still, hello, sunflowers. It's great to see you guys again. I hope you are doing wonderful. It is 2025. However, I am here to talk about somebody who did not have a great start to their 2025, and that is Zhao Lingshu, who is a Chinese actor, and I briefly have mentioned her in my New Jeans reading, comparing their two situations at the fact that they were both bombarded and rushed at an airport, and it was very traumatic for both of the ladies groups artists respectively. However, shortly after I had finished that reading, I had happened to hop onto TikTok, and I got a breaking news of somebody talking about her condition, which I will read right here for you guys. It says, breaking news. She suddenly had a stroke while filming, resulting in temporary speech loss and mobility issues. According to a friend, actress Zhao Lingshu has been hospitalized for over 10 days due to aphasia, a condition affecting the ability to speak. Oh my. The friend suggests the cause of the stroke resulting from a distribution of blood flow to the brain. What is aphasia? It talks about this. If you're unfamiliar, here in the United States, there is also a well-known celebrity named Wendy Williams, who also has been diagnosed with aphasia, as well as there was also another famous male actor whose name is slipping me, but he was the first one we were ever known to really know about having aphasia. However, that's what that article has said. And then when I looked it up, this is what I was able to find on the internet. It says Zhao Lingshu courageously shared her diagnosis with a caption, "Brief is life, but love is living. Diagnosis, dissociative conversion disorder with anxiety conditions." And it talks about her treatments. I'm not sure if this is specifically pertaining to Zhao or just general treatments that come with people that have been diagnosed with this anxiety disorder. And it says here, according to the Cleveland Clinic, the official definition of conversion disorders reads, functional neurological symptom disorder, better known as conversion disorder, is a mental health condition that causes physical symptoms. The symptoms happen because your brain converts the effects of the mental health issue into disruptions of your brain or nervous system, maybe the disruption of flow of blood to her brain. The symptoms are real, but don't match up with recognized brain-related conditions. So basically, what does that mean in layman terms? That she has having physical symptoms that are very peculiar and does not really make sense. And why is that? Is because her brain is feeling stress and under anxiety and under complete fight or flight response, that basically it's shutting down systems, like the electrical impulses in her body are firing irregularly, hormones are all out of whack, so body isn't able to function properly, organs aren't able to do what they do, blood isn't able to get where it's able to get. So why am I here to talk about this and all this diagnosis? Because all this had happened because a few weeks back, she was reportedly assaulted or run up on at an airport and has since then been seen visibly traumatized and seen running from fans when and hiding behind and shrieking behind security guards because of the overwhelmingness of being in the public. And this is a result of what has happened to that anxiety she was feeling. It has really internalized in her. I'm not sure if she had gotten therapy or has gotten anything to help resolve with that, but it really seems like she hasn't gotten that help and treatment, and it has led to health issues. And this is a very important example that we like to talk about here on this channel. And also a very important thing to talk about energy is that your body holds on to this energy, negative energy, whatever kind of energy is in your body. So you really have to be able to let go, be able to release, especially if it's trauma, especially if it's traumatic, that really lives inside your body. It really gets deep inside of you. It finds ways to manifest. It could even come out as cancer. It could come out as a stroke. It could come out as somebody having a heart attack. It could come out as you just having like an accident, like a blow to the knee, and maybe having to get surgery. This is how this energy can manifest itself. So and as we see, it was blood flowing to her brain, and what she was mentally traumatized. So what organ did we see that was affected, and where all this energy was manifesting itself? Inside of her brain. So therefore, I am here to do a reading on Zhao and see how she is doing, especially because I had mentioned her in New Jeans reading because they went through something similar, and I'm very curious. The only difference between these two is that she's a solo person because she's an actress. New Jeans is a team of at least 6 or 7 members. So therefore, this is K-pop. So because of that, they are able to rely and have people to lean on. She doesn't have anybody to lean on. It's basically like being a solo artist. So with that being said, I just want to check in and see how she is, especially because this is the New Year's and this happened on New Year's Day. I'm so sorry for her. Oh, she did not have a great New Year's. It sounded like. So let's just shuffle the cards. Just to do my little promotion, this is like really serious. I don't want to get too self-promoty, but I am reading new cards. They are called the Wild Unknown Tarot. I have the book over there. It doesn't seem like I need the book because I've been on fire this night. And because I just happened to unintentionally mention her in a reading while I was flowing hot and ready, I was like, I got to read on her while the energy is good, because that means there's definitely some message that I'm called to read on with her. So we're just going to really just hop right into it. These are kind of like the right deck that Lady Crone reads, except it's animals. Okay. Quick breakdown. Okay. What's going on with Zhao Lusi? Okay. What's going on with Zhao Lusi? Okay. Let's go. The first card is going to represent her. Oh, we see the 3 of Pentacles. Actually, hold up. I actually have to check if that's Pentacles or Wands now that I'm looking at this. First time I needed a book. Woo! And for that, I'm going to have to actually read the cards. Okay, it is the 3 of Pentacles. for that, I will read this meaning for you guys because it's drawing me to read these cards. Oh, interesting. Teamwork, dedication, and focus. The task ahead is a monumentous one, usually related to your job or career. The Three of Pentacles suggests you must focus all of your efforts. Discipline, strategy, and hard work are needed more than ever. If you become weary or overwhelmed, rely on those around you. This is a card of teamwork, so you may need the strength of others to conquer the mountain. And how funny, I happened to mention her and just tell you guys how the only difference between her and New Jeans is that she doesn't have a group to rely on. And this is exactly what this card is saying, that she needs to rely on those around her instead of trying to take it on herself. So let's really read the cards and see what's going on mentally. Now the Three of Wands pops up. Okay. And, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you guys can't really see these cards like that. Okay, hold on. So this was the Three of Pentacles, but it looked like it had sticks, which reminded me of wands, so I had to double check. And then I pulled out the Three of Wands, and both of them, if you see, are a triangle. So both Three of Wands and the Three of Pentacles have a triangle of wands, and it's generating energy. She is definitely going through, I almost want to say like a portal. Like we really about to dive in deep. I got to figure out a card that I got to pick that's going to represent what that card means. However, until then, I'm going to have to pick a card to represent the bottom. Maybe that will tell us where we're teleporting to. We see the Three of Cups, which symbolizes hopes and horizons. However, it's at the very bottom and it's underneath the mountain. And the mountain will definitely block the horizon because this is a clear horizon. You can't miss this sunrise. And this is supposed to represent a sunrise. And the sunrise is blocked by the mountain because sunrises are usually low because they're right towards the horizon, and mountains obscure a good portion of the horizon and what's above the horizon. So to really get to see the beautiful sunset, it's going to be hard to visualize that. So because of that, that seems to be the theme of what's going on, is that it almost looks like she's struggling to find hope or see beyond the situation that she's having right now. So for that's why she really needs to rely on people, because she's really getting trapped mentally within herself. And maybe this health crisis was just a symbolization of her body, mind, and soul having like a reset, coming together. Maybe she could, when that happened, I'm not sure how long she was out. But during that period, she could have literally had like an NDE, a near-death experience, and was having her whole life flash before her eyes, was able to see what was going on, literally, because this is white light, and this is all light and positivity and just radiating, and that's contained within this portal, this divinity. And this is so because of that, she, like, I won't say like saw the light, but she went somewhere that caused her to want to come back, basically. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what happened in the past. Like we said, we got to double check what was going on in here. In the past, we had the Two of Swords, and as you see, that is definitely an eclipse. If you remember the eclipse that happened last year, but it's similar colors. But the Two of Swords symbolize the fact that she has blocked herself off mentally. Something eclipsed inside of her, and because of that, I want to say she like went on a journey, but It's honestly gonna have to be a journey. But let's see what her future card is. We got to pull out more cards. Remember. Ah, the future is the Magician. That's a very good card. Like I said, whatever happened when she had went unconscious, however long she was unconscious, she spiritually went through something and she decided to come back out on the other end like the magician because she wanted to come back. She wanted to do something, so she fought to come back to this reality in that sense. So let's just pull out the cards to see and get a better picture of the past and future. Oh, okay. Okay, and I'm going to shuffle the cards so I can find out. Well, usually I pick this bottom card to symbolize an outcome. Then we're going to shuffle. I'm just getting straight into the reading today. Okay, so, sorry. Just getting straight into the reading. Okay. Gonna shuffle, then I'm gonna pick a card that I would like to be the outcome. I know, I see the outcome cards before I even get to the reading. So it's somewhat not gonna be a surprise to us, but I'm not gonna interpret them. And this is the card I'm gonna pick for the outcome. Okay, I probably could have kept that one more secretive, but now I'm going to shuffle the cards and figure out before I could move on, because before I move on, I'm trying to figure out which. Okay, I feel led to pull out my trusty cards, my trusty letterman. Okay, to get a clearer picture. That's what we'll do here. This was the deck I was using before I had came to the Wild Unknown deck. Actually, the new year is the beginning of the year. I started using these cards, and it is going great so far. So let's go back to the trusty old Letterman. What's up? Tell me, what does this Three of Wands represent for Zhao? What does the Three of Wands represent? Okay. Okay, three cards. I definitely am holding my cards upside down, apparently. I was. Okay. So, it was only fitting for the three, why not? So, for the Three of, okay. So before we get to her current moment, let's go to her past. Let's keep this in order. Okay. She must be apparently disorganized at this very moment, trying to get herself organized. So what I see in the past going on with Zhao is mentally, she actually, like I said, with that two of swords right underneath, goes right in hand about going on a journey, the fool's journey. Not saying that she has done something foolish, but she felt like, first off, let's talk about this animal real quick. This fool, I'm not sure if you know what kind of bird this is. Have you ever seen this kind of bird? Have you ever seen this kind of bird? I'll tell you what this kind of bird is. It's a kiwi. Hear me out. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be jokey here, but it's just a funny name. So this bird is a kiwi bird, and a kiwi bird, even though you see it has wings, those wings don't really flap. So you know what that means? And you know what the fool usually represent? Leaping over the edge. And this kiwi can't. So what does that mean for Zhao and her mental state? She felt that she was this delicate, innocent, pure, did not know, was unaware person. And there's something like people just pushed over the edge by the people attacking her, coming up at her. That's how she felt. It was just so sudden. It was just like a peaceful journey. You know how you're just in a movie and a jump scare happened? Yeah, this jump scare got her down to her soul, okay? That's how this fool is feeling, in this delicate, innocent kiwi bird is feeling jumping off of this ledge that is really not prepared to fly at all, and actually cannot really, honestly. So all that to be said, with this two of swords symbolized right here at the very bottom of that, where somebody is off defense, is closed off, something's eclipsed, which I was talking about, how something is hidden. And it's also hidden in the sense of the fact that the moon, in this sense, the sun is being eclipsed by the moon, and her sun is her personality, and her moon is the emotions, and her emotions have clearly overtaken her to the fact that she mentally cannot process what traumatic experience that she had. She did not have a good leap over the edge. This fool did not have a very good journey. And because of that, we see at the very end is the eight of cups, and this eight of cups right here symbolizes broken glass, dark and dreary, midnight weary. A knock 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 on my window I heary. That's basically what it's looking, doom and gloom, just looking hopeless, basically. However, with these eights symbolize moving on. And here is this mountain in her past. It was first dark. It was first looking gleamy. It was looking gloomy. But this card says, even though it looks like that, look up. Look above the horizon. Look above the horizon. You will see the sunlight. You will see hopes. You will see greater days. And as we see with her right now, she still is that moon. She still is that mountain, but that mountain is no longer dark. That mountain is no longer scary. That mountain still isn't even quite high, actually. And in fact, you could even say it doesn't even look like there's as many mountains, like peaks and ridges. So because of that, you can maybe even say she's approached closer, or maybe she's in the valley and looking up, and this was out, maybe looking on the outside, getting, or trying to figure out how you're going to try to get around a mountain, and just realize that it's too big of a feat. And that's how she could have felt about her emotions, because her emotions overtook her, and it was just maybe too much to handle. Like I said, it wasn't a great fall into the Great Canyon, where this Great Canyon or Great Valley, wherever this mountain is. She fell into a place that she wasn't prepared for in any sense of the case. She's only 26. This is probably her first instance. This is her first instance. I'm not going to lie. This is her first instance where she's had a encounter like this. We can tell just by the reaction that she had. However, why this mountain is looking better, why this mountain is looking not so peaked and intimidating and looking like there's just no hope, is because of this triangle that we said. And what this triangle that she finally had in her head, that triangle that this fool was sleeping, what this fool leapt into the portal, into the triangle, down into a descent, kind of like Alice in Wonderland. Where did she whoop to, right? Basically teleport and go down the whirlpool. Whatever it was something, like I said, mystical about it, because we had the owls, and it was the wise old owls. Maybe it could have been her ancestors. Maybe it could have been a religious figure that she looks up to, whoever it was. There was somebody there to meet her on the other side. However, like I said, however long she was unconscious, she was able to have and owls are mystical and spiritual and esoteric. So she was able to have a spiritual encounter and was able to talk to somebody, able to get relief with somebody, able to get what was off her chest, what was on her mind, able to get that all off, get some resolutions. These clouds that were right here that usually cover the mountain is being pushed away, and we see the sun peeking through. We see that sunrise peeking through that she couldn't once see before because of what was looking dreary, and all she has to do is continue to look up. And when she looks up, literally looks up the way the cards are aligned, she looks up at a mountain that looks not so scary. And what was up in that mountain, whatever was this, wow, it was like divine intervention. This is what this symbolizes, that whatever this was, maybe this was something she had to do, come across karmically. I'm not saying that I'm wishing any bad juju on anybody like that at all, but celebrities don't have it easy either. They are just like us and just like normal people, and this is what a lot of people and satsangs can forget. I'm not sure what you call crazy stalker fans in China, but that's how that's what they call them in Korea. But because of that, they get delusional. They really get invested with these celebrities, and because of that, they cross the line, forgetting that these people do have lives, that they do have mentals, that they do have consciousness, that these people do have souls. So even though she may be looking glitz and glamorous and beautiful and acting perfection, there is things within her too that is broken, and things within herself that she has to fix as well. And because of that, that is something. And she's 26. That's a very important thing. I'm not sure if she's turning 27 this year, but 27 is the time of your Saturn return. And when you have your Saturn return, it can come down like a hammer, like a gauntlet, like at the courthouse when they like slam that mallet. It comes down hard like that, Saturn, when you have a Saturn return. So because of that, you can really, and I even, you can start feeling that stuff when you're like 25, 26, and then it really starts amping up around 27. Then depending on how deep it is into the zodiac sign, you could have it towards 27, 28, to even 29, and around those ages. But all that during your late 20s is really significant and can really weigh on your mental already. And because of that, maybe just the weight of the life that she is living as a career. Like this card said, this is about her career. This is about how she is taking it and how she's taking her physical life, basically. And because of that, when she got to have this, when she went to go, like I keep saying, however long, because she apparently had lost consciousness for, I'm not sure how quite long, but due to that disruption of brain flow, she was, I'm sorry, due to the fact that she had lost consciousness, she had, Jesus. This is must how she be feeling. Okay, I am trying to get my words out, trying to convey how I feel. And that's probably how she could be feeling too if she was diagnosed with some aphasia. And if that aphasia was just due to the fact that she is just mentally having so much to process, so much mentally going through her brain, just so much to think about, so much to do, so much to plan out, so much to worry about. Now she's got to be on her P's and Q's when she's in the public. She doesn't feel safe. Just all of that. It's just like, blah. the way of living. Why? Basically, just literally why. Just think about it. I'm not even kidding. Just why. And because of that, that could have been a symptom and a reason for why she had that medical health crisis. And during that, that was where she had to, like I said, could have had an NDE, near death experience, where she went in, had to have that Father, Son, Holy Father, Trinity meeting with the ancestors, God, meeting all of herselves, meeting her karmic, meeting who knows what she could have done, had to deal with in a past life that's still carrying on to her in this life. But whatever it was and whatever she experienced, that's as much as I'm able to tap into. It was a moment of clarity. She was able to speak to somebody very wise, somebody she trusts, somebody that was able to lead her and guide her in the right way. And it was divinely timed. And because of that, she has chosen to come back to this physical reality and be the magician and work on her craft. We have at the very bottom here. This is what we see at the very bottom, the spider, which symbolizes working hard, being dedicated. She could have gotten trapped up in the weeds of the fame, fortune, glitz, and glamour. Like I said, that experience took her off guard. And because of that, her craft became a burden on her. However, she's going to be able to rise up over that, be able to know that everything that she's done on this physical earth, everything that she's worked hard for, she wanted to come back for it. She's like, I'm not done. I'm not finished doing what I'm here to do. Whatever this purpose, whatever this life journey that she's on, whatever this reincarnation that she's on, she said that she is not finished. Even the spirits said that she wasn't finished, and she had to come back. And she came back better, stronger, more manifested, more in tune with herself, understanding, having the confidence within herself, saying, I can do this. I can do anything. I can overcome this. These people are not going to take my life, not going to take my mental, not take everything I've worked hard to create. She's just like, I am here to do this. And what do we see above her head? We have the Four of Pentacles, which symbolizes harmony, balance, symbolizes getting right, getting straight in the physical reality, creating a foundation. However, this is in the mental, but like I said, this mental is very powerful because she had to go within. And when she came out, that's the mental she came out with. I have to get stable. I have to get footed in my physical reality. I basically have to own my space, my energy, and who I am, and do not allow anybody to override and overtake me. And she could have been doing that just as a celebrity too, because when you have all these agents, talent managers, promoters, how much of a say do you really have in your life, honestly? So that was just another thing to top on to the harsh realities of being a celebrity, especially if she's a rising star in China. So what do we see in the end for her? Well, actually, I talked about this end, which usually represents the outcome card, is that she is going to come out resilient. She is going to come out strong. She's going to work even harder. She's going to be dedicated even more. She's going to put her magic wand to work. And what do I see in the future for her in these outcome cards that I picked out earlier? Well, this is what the deck had to say. And this is the Seven of Cups. We're back to that mountain again. You see those mountains. However, now instead the moon is shining, and the moon and the sun is both shining. Actually, I like this. You remember how I said the moon eclipsed the sun earlier and something was hidden? Well, now the moon and the sun have separated each other in the Seven of Cups. And the mountain is still there, except now you can't even see the mountain. It's an illusion of a mountain. If she does get stuck, it will be on the fact of an illusion of thinking that it's still there, because we see the moon is still reigning strong over the sun. This is going to be a hard battle for her to come back on. But she is the Mother of Cups. And the Mother of Cups could even literally be her mom. Maybe she really is going to. Yeah, this is how the cards came out, because this Mother of Cups is giving, and it, from a distance, it almost looks like galaxies, like stars in the sky, right? Kind of almost like this, except when I look closer, it looks like rain, and when I look closer, these actually, I don't, crabs, spiders, they could be crabs. We'll say crabs for water. So we see crabs raining here, which are very defensive, which is actually be very fitting for a mother goose. Um, and we see that this Mother of Cups is pouring, is reaching out to this Seven of Cups, which symbolizes on the times where she does get back into those delusions, and she does start feeling like she's losing the strength to continue fighting, even though she chose to come back because she knows she wanted to fight and she was strong and she knew that she had an upward battle, an upward hill to take on from here. However, she's dedicated to her craft. So she is going to, like this card said at the very beginning, lean on the ones that are around her, have that support group. She has spiritual support. Now she has that physical support. She could be relying on her mother, or maybe some paternal or some motherly figure in her life that she looks up to, rely on, that she could talk to. And also, Zhao Lingxing is just going to be very emotional during this time. This is definitely traumatic, and this is not something that she's easily going to come over. Now, she also has to overcome the fact of having this health crisis on top of having this mental problem. So, because of that, and then after she goes through all of that readjustment, that healing process, then she's going to have to go through another mental battle of realizing that she's going to have to reface the public again after basically being cocooned and shelled behind as she is in this recovery process. So therefore, she's going to have a little bit of that exposure therapy, where she's going to have to get back out there and face her demons, or like face the negative energy, and not get weary and stay resilient. And basically, instead of having a mountain block her, she will become the mountain. She will be able to stand strong and tall. And she will have a support system that will be there to help her when she does start to feel a little bit crumbling. Somebody's going to be right there to build her back up. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading on Zhao Luxing, this Chinese actor who I briefly mentioned in New Jeans. Please subscribe to this channel. We are trying to get to 2,000. Okay, sorry for some shameless promotions on the serious video. I know I said I was going to at the very beginning, but we are trying to get to 2,000. Please, that will very much help if you could subscribe to our channel. And please subscribe to this channel, because I am going to be releasing my reading on New Jeans. And like I said, I briefly mentioned her reading, briefly mentioned her in that reading, and how there's really how their situations were very similar. So I'm curious too. Well, I know what the reading was about, but if you guys are curious too, how New Jeans could be feeling about going through this, and see how these readings could compare to each other, please do subscribe, and please check that video out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Sunflowers! Hold on. Sunflowers. Okay, you guys stay healthy out there. Happy New Year's. Bye. Love you. Okay, so first off, I'm not sure if this is from Zhao Lingxi herself, but this was from a fan account, but it was very detailed, so I thought I'd just read it anyway. It is definitely a lot, so I had to come in because this was just posted after I finished recording this, and it's not getting posted until the next day. So this is what it says. The first and last time I speak out about everything that happened. First of all, I sincerely apologize for taking up public resources. Oh, it's so sad that celebrities can't even be sick. In the past, I never let my illness affect my work or the people around me. I admit that the issues stem from myself, as I used to think I could endure everything on my own. Wow, just like my reading said.
It is not only in the past month, half a month, that I realized I am not as magnanimous as I thought. Therefore, I must take responsibility for this matter as well. My work has brought me immense help and support. I am truly grateful and feel fortunate. It is thanks to this that I can feel and empathize with struggles that others may not always understand. You will always have the right to choose the work you want at any time. You have the right to leave circumstances that cause you pain and exhaustion. You can stop whenever you want. You are free and you can also be strong. I also understand that we have all faced grievances and injustices and have heard many frightening stories. If someone is silenced when they need help, while the abuser continues unchecked, regardless of who they are, their profession, their status, gender, or age, I believe that is wrong. Being forced to being forced to reopen wounds just to prove that it's not just due to negative thinking, lack of endurance, or dissatisfaction. It's utterly unresponsible, unreasonable. No matter the cause of the wounds, except for doctors, no one has the right to access its severity or determine whether it can lead to further harm. More in the comments. And this is what she had to say in the comments, or this person had to say in the comments. Reflection. I had never shared my illness before because I did not want it to be seen as Polly. However, given the current situation, I want people to understand better. Depression is an emotion, but clinical depression is an illness. It's not as simple as just thinking positively or talking it out will solve everything. I genuinely hope you can empathize with me. At this point, whether I am truly understood is no longer important. We remain trapped in endless debates, trying to prove ourselves, but unable to save ourselves. Understanding mental health and prioritizing psychological treatment is incredibly important. Regret is a useless emotion, so let's consider this a special time to overcome inner conflicts and create an opportunity to rebuild ourselves. Thank you to everyone who cared for me. Because of your love, I can live once again. Just like our reading. Wishing everyone a happy new year and a joy every single day. Past experiences. As a child, people called me a useless vase, someone without any outstanding qualities. While attending tutoring, I was once beaten in the teacher's dormitory. At the time, I thought it was because I wasn't performing well academically, so I kept silent, believing that everything stems from my own faults. As I grow older, I was beaten again. I thought it was because I failed an audition, so I didn't resist and only wanted to escape. I became accustomed to handling everything on my own and never sought out help from anyone. Later, thanks to the recognition of my work, I am grateful to those who gave me the confidence and strength. Because of this, I finally had the courage to say goodbye. In the end, that person only stopped their toxic behaviors, such as crying, causing chaos, and threatening self harm, after extracting an exorbitant breakup fee. Inside and outside the industry, rumors and gossips continuously circulated. Many people, after hearing these juicy stories, approached me for a conversation. Every time, it only reopened my wounds. When will this cycle of hurt end me? Oh, when will this cycle of hurting me end? I truly understand that I have no right to demand perfection from anyone, whether friends, family, or company. Those who did not harm me have already done those who did not harm me have already done their utmost to protect me, and that is more than enough. And then lastly, the timeline of events. 2019, I started showing signs of depression. People said, I don't make a big deal out of it, or relax, everything will be fine. I thought I was being overly sensitive and didn't pay much attention to my mental health. In 2021, shortly after the pandemic, I felt as though insects were crawling on my body, experienced needle like pain, and had allergic reactions. After seeking treatment and medication, the symptoms didn't improve, so I turned to a psychologist and began treatment, trying to reduce the stress. 2023, I encountered numerous problems: lung disease, pneumonia, eczema, hives, night sweats, insomnia, sensory, neural, hearing loss, losing loved ones, and news of another family member's cancer diagnosis. In a short period, everything happened at once. The weight of those events overshadowed my emotions, leading me to continue to ignore my own well being. 2024. I started experiencing profound symptoms such as vomiting, dizziness, joint pain, neck pain, and worsening allergies. I thought these were side effects of my allergy treatment. So sad. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading.